This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are going to become a monster because Jeskai Lukka is just, it feels like it's 100% of the format, that and the 4-color Winota deck, and I need something to stop them. So, if we have Jeskai being evil, and we have green decks being evil, what is the greatest evil? You see, there's always a greater power, and I believe that it can be found in the colors of evil itself, GRIXIS. Now, is it a bit criminal to play GRIXIS without Nicol Bolas? Yes, and adjusting GRIXIS to abuse the most broken cards in Standard in Agent of Treachery Lukka with token combination might be a little too far, but it shouldn't be. You guys should understand, to defeat a monster, I believe sometimes you must become a monster yourself. So that is what the Bolas disciples are doing today. We're making tokens with Saheeli and with Kasmina and with Shark Typhoon to then set off our Lukka Coppercoat Outcast to go get Agent of Treachery. But what makes GRIXIS better? Why do I think that I can actually beat the Jeskai Lukka deck and the Winota deck with this deck? The answer lies in hand hate. When you just can't interact with what the opponent is doing on the board because of Teferi, and you just can't stop all the tokens, you just have to make sure that if they do have their combo ready to go with Lukka, that you take it away from them before they get to do it. Same with Winota. We just try to time a surgical, precise hand hate spell to take out the card that they need, the key part of their combo, at just the turn before they do it. And then after we do that, we set about enacting the same game plan and stealing all of their lands and relevant permanents before they can recover. Does it work? It's all theory. I haven't played it, but in the past, when creatures on the board don't really matter anymore as much as that one huge knockout blow that's coming, that is when hand hate actually can show up and make a difference. And the more direct surgical hand hate of Remorse and Thought Erasure is the real key to the deck. With Disinformation Campaign, which information campaign? Disinformation Campaign, playing backup to also be really blinkable with Yorion. You could run Narset here. I'm not absolutely sure that the way I did this is right, and I feel like I should have Narset in the spot, but so far in theory crafting, I'm thinking that the hand hate is really important to keep knocking them out, and then blinking this with Yorion sounds great. Blinking Narset with Yorion, you have to wait a turn to get the stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know me. I'd always want to bring out the fake news, especially in GRIXIS. This is a card that I think I've tried to make work with every single new set since it was printed. It's always something I just want to do. It's so cool. So yeah, a little disinformation campaign to balance out the absolute evil of Lukka and Agent of Treachery. That's a totally fair trade-off, right? But I promise you this, if we beat up on the other Lukka Agent or Winota Agent decks, maybe you guys can cheer for me in those matchups. You don't have to cheer for me against anything else because I'm being plenty evil myself. But if I play those matchups, you have to cheer for me. And I have a feeling we go play this on the ladder. I have a feeling, you guys, that we are going to play against plenty of it. So it's time to become a monster. Let's dive in. Let evil nonsense begin. Well, it's got the Thought Erasure, and our opponent shows us the Urian. So we're on the draw. Nothing we can do about that. But we can try to tear their hand apart, get Saheeli, be the better Lukka, right? That's the plan. Because of that, we might not even want to Thought Erasure until the last possible moment. Not that much land. That's a bit too much. So maybe it's Omen of the Sea. There's our Lukka. It's good. Yeah, I think that we use Omen. Our opponent's going to use Omen. So if we thought Erasure here, and whatever we take, they will try to recover with Omen. Oh, they don't have their own Omen. Okay, that's fine too. Second Lukka. I don't think that's very important. I also don't think another Omen is really good. Our play is to be Saheeli. I guess the turn after that we want to Thought Erasure, so having a 2-mana play is really good that turn. So we'll keep.
Right on schedule. No, I am not making this up as I go.
His Mina off the top, pretty medium, but we can get this down.
You've never seen anything like this.
The Omen also can ensure that we hit our untapped land, which is probably crucial. Elspeth.
Neither monster nor gods
I've got
stand
it.
in my way. Together we can exact justice.
Alright, so we want to fetch first so that our scries matter. I guess we just want another black? I can't think of a reason not to. What you got? Not double Lukka, I hope. Just another Fires of Invention? Okay. Untapped land? It is. So I guess that's what we really need. Have to play this now because of Teferi. Our own Fires of Invention? I was about to steal the opponent's, but with my own I don't have to. Well, if I'm going to steal my opponent's anyway so I can play the Yorion for free and blink the agent, then I don't need this. Alright, pass the turn. Hope the opponent doesn't draw the Lukka off the top like an absolute beast.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Bouncing a token, drawing a card. They got 2 looks at it. They pump.
Of a hero
Interesting.
in your breast.
So there's no reason here not to chump, right? And save this. I guess if it goes to 2 and the opponent has either Elspeth Conquers Death or the Omen of the Forge, that's a big rip. So I guess we don't. Especially with a backup. There's our land. Here's our Yorion. Blinky, blinky, blinky.
A battle lost.
No blinking of the fires, though, means they don't have anything else to do with their mana, right? Okay.
No, my
Death
excellent
itself
timing.
cannot halt my quest for justice.
So, here we go.
War is
Here we go. So, I will has your fires.
one must be willing to adapt.
Opponent makes a token. If they had anything to play there, they could have. Here's the Yorion. Blinky, 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 blinky. And what do we steal? If I steal another red source, the opponent can't Lukka even if they draw it.
Battle.
I think that's worth it. The big question now is how to keep the party going after this, and defending my own Lukka is key, but Elspeth's Son's Nemesis actually makes that very hard. There's also the Teferi, which can bounce the Fires of Invention back to my opponent's hand. I think that means Teferi's an absolute must-steal here. Disinformation campaign is nice, but we don't need that now. Drawing land is not great, though. Maybe I should have kept it just to have a non-land. We might want an upkeep
I will do
scry.
my best to
If
support
the opponent gets rid of the Lukka, we're really going to need to find another. Alright, we'll block here. This will go to 2, so I guess we block here as well. feel like we did the thing and the game is a little ways from over. So what can we do? We can make tokens with Kasmina and Saheeli, so we can take this draw step without scrying. It's okay. Thought Erasure. Pretty good. So we can Thought Erasure the hand. It can't be great, but I'm guessing there's an Agent of Treachery in it. But we can better inform ourselves on what we wish to steal.
Today I craft my victory.
What setting are you? 4? Okay, just birth. Alright, their hand isn't amazing. Thank you. Good to know. Good to know. So for my next trick...
We can all become stronger.
let's grab the Yorion, I think. We could grab the Elspeth and make more tokens. But the Yorion attacking in the air is a thing that threatens the Lukka. So we could bounce the fires to their hand and play more things. I don't think that's very compelling. I could bounce the agent to my hand and play it again next turn. That is much more compelling. Because the opponent's going to hit the Lukka enough where it can't be defended anyway.
I'll protect you.
May as well scry. And pass the turn.
Find your valor and fight.
Yep, stuff dies. It's very tragic.
I really should have seen that
I
coming.
have
not
been
give up.
betrayed.
So many voice lines, we can't keep them straight. Shark Typhoon, where have you been? Even can exile their tokens. I guess both of these are pretty good. I don't have an easy way to draw another one and play multiple spells. I guess the Shark Typhoon is good to draw into the event. The other thing I could do to see another card is Kasmina. So if I play Kasmina and Agent, we get this. Pretty sweet. The problem is we also exile the token. No, we don't. We draw this naturally. We're good. The opponent so far has cracked whenever I take a little while to make them activate their castle.
You will meet my gaze again.
Okay, they didn't crack this time. So do we play the Kasmina, try to block some tokens? I think we'll lead with Agent. And go after one of the castles. Oh, it's Omen. Well, now they cracked. Interesting choice right there. We only have 2 blue sources. It's quite possible I should just take the Hallowed Fountain. And we name Even. No more tokens. Now even if they draw a Lukka, they can't use it. And there's 3 cards. We finally stole the right number of permanents. Fires, Yorion. Our opponent top decks Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay. They want to hit the Fires of Invention. Okay. All right, let's go 5/5. This info campaign, there's nothing in their hand. Wish I still had that Teferi. Would be funny. Let's lead with this.
will not beat my students.
That can go.
Royal geniuses.
Let's throw a campaign at them. There's another Lukka. Let's go get black mana, get the campaign back in our hand. Oh wait, we can't. Rip. Those two swamps right there. Little oops. It's okay. Not the first time and won't be the last time I try to fetch something that's no longer in my deck. Just comes up from time to time. At least I'm in a position where it shouldn't matter.
This is hardly my worst.
The opponent brings out the sun's nemesis.
You must act swiftly and protect the innocent from harm.
Gain 5, up to 14. Trying to stay alive here. Let's start here. And there's the scoop. 9. Quick lethal check. I tend to usually draw my cards, then look for lethals. But, let's see. 10, 65. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that was lethal. Interesting hand. Another Yorion. So, people are just spamming the Lukka deck. I think with this and this, we can put together a good draw that includes a discard spell as well as our own Lukka. So let's give it a shot. Fires, good. That can go. And now we want mana that can play the Omen. And opponent has Omen of their own. Very good for them. We'll continue to wait on our Omen of the Sea. Little scry action from the opponent here, so no Narset, no Teferi, that's good. That is very good. No token yet. And no Shark Typhoon. Of course, we're not exactly rolling in it right now either. Oof, I'm getting punished for playing that Interplanar Beacon. Should have shocked in the Blood Crypt. But I guess I can keep waiting to play this with the Fires of Invention next turn. And I do want to make absolutely sure that I hit that Fires of Invention. Have all the blue mana available. Our own Saheeli. I think we should keep digging because we have a Kasmina to make a token if that's what we want. Next turn looks like Fire's Thought Erasure, keep the opponent from going off. Then hopefully Kasmina into Lukka the following turn for us. We can even upkeep Scry with Omen if our Fires lives through the turn and doesn't get ECD'd. Here it comes. But just Fires and nothing else. Interesting. What would hold priority? The opponent playing on full control? Let's find out. 2 agents and a Lukka and a Shatter the Sky. So the Lukka has to go, and then we have to start stealing their lands before they get to agent us. Now, if I were them, I would... Well, I guess you don't upkeep Scry, right? Because you can play the Yorion. A card is better than an upkeep Scry. Maybe not. They're thinking about it. Okay. Here we go. And it shows you how stupid the format is that that's even a play that you wish to make. But yeah, I guess they really want to draw Elspeth Conquers Death or Lukka. Every turn is just so crucial in this format. And I'm going to do the same thing. Am I? I don't have to. The Yorion is good for a card and a Scry. Yeah, I think I'll just take the draw. Remorse? Remorse isn't terrible, but if their card was good, they would have played it. It can get rid of one of the agents. I don't think that's going to impress anyone. Let's scry first. Able Passage can go to the bottom. Let's Kasmina. See if we can draw good.
Us or them. We
Another
are the
land.
future.
Do I discard Extinction Event? It could come in handy. I think I discard a land. We already have 2 of these on the field, so this seems like a good choice. And I think I'm going to Yorion and Agonizing Remorse one of the agents. Far from ideal. But we do have to put things together here. The second Fires of Invention. I don't think that's important, but the agents sure can be. So at least one of those can go. We might find another Remorse here to take the other one.
Little ember, and learn
Okay.
your true power.
Disinfo campaign, hype. So good with Yorion, but we just spent our Yorion. Alright, our opponent finds an Omen. They might play their own Yorion. Reading Kasmina. So it's something that deals with a Planeswalker or can target a Planeswalker. What would that even be? It's an Elspeth Conqueror's Death, probably. Oh, they just took the land. Okay. I think they kept one on top, too. So, another land so that they can agent, I suppose. If they're going to do that, they should save Yorion. They shouldn't play it now, but we'll see. Shatter the Sky. Draw me a card. Thank you. Anything else? Yeah, saving the Yorion. Alright, so with Agent gone, it is time, guys. We have to find Lukka. That is not it. That is definitely not it. Okay. Let's try this.
Focus on what
Not
matters.
it. Not it. Alright, we get a scry here. Not it. Alright, we get a disinformation campaign look. So it's in there somewhere. 80 card deck, baby. On the bright side, we do get to wipe their hand. So if they kept a land on top because they're counting on Agent of Treachery here, then that's fine. Omen of the Sea. I think that just has to wait. Alright, there's only usually one agent left in their deck after this. Shark. Okay, Shark can be good. Not right now. Right now all it can do is cycle. But it can be good. Alright. Did they keep a Lukka on top? Because now they have this token. If they sacrifice this to Scry, then they kept a land on top. And they still have their Yorion though, so blinking this looks really good. They're weighing the same thing that I did earlier. But last time they scryed. This time they draw. It was a Teferi. Interesting.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Very interesting.
Don't worry, I got you.
So, Yorion looks pretty nice here. We can name Odd to exile it with the Extinction event and just get the 4 or 5 off the battlefield if that's a priority. We'll see. I could also try to ambush it with a Shark.
How predictable.
Wow, that's what they drew. That's what they drew. How many looks did I take? How many of them didn't matter? That's what they drew. The best possible card they could draw. The best possible card they could draw. Alright, they're going straight to the land. Well, you can't body race a companion, can you? Not even a little. All right, we need our own Lukka.
My students are
No hit.
loyal and brilliant.
No hit for us. Let's give it another shot. This gets as deep as possible. All right, the opponent gets to make another token, but this is their last agent. So it doesn't really matter if they Lukka it. We can make a 4/4 shark. So yeah, let's get this thing exiled. Exile odd. So there's a chance I've dealt with all their agents. A lot of these lists only play 3. We'll find out what kind of gamer our opponent is. Are they a 4-agent gamer? If they are, this game is over. There's nothing to be done. They're going for it. Do they have the 4th agent? They do. Of course they do.
Can all become stronger.
Of course they do. All right. Hold on. Where's that Teferi at? 1. All right. Soot. That can get the last agent, but not until after they Yori unblink it and have a huge mana advantage.
That's more like it.
It also blows up our own tokens.
My vengeance will continue another day.
We can still steal their Lukka if we draw our own Lukka. It could happen, but so far, this game has shown us no mercy. Absolute zero mercy. Look at all the cards we've looked at. Have you ever seen so many cards on the bottom of a library?
Show remorse. I'll show restraint.
If you will not see things my way, you are my
Okay, still going after land, but we have another one. All right, let's eat another omen, see what we can see. A Lukka. Perfect. All right, let's go. So what do we do? Our Lukka can get an agent that we can steal our opponent's Lukka, get another agent, steal our opponent's Teferi, bounce our agent. Our opponent's left with this agent and how many cards of ours? Who owns this? Can't tell. I think they've stolen 3 lands. And the reason that's important is because this needs to die. Because this needs to die. All right.
monsters are Ikoria's greatest weapons. Evolution provides a tactical...
So, give me that. So that's our one spell so far. The last spell we cast has to be a Ritual of Soot. Wait, Ritual of Soot doesn't kill this. What am I thinking? I'm just being an idiot. So we still need a way to kill that. I don't see it. Alright, give me this.
Surround me.
Because we can't have the opponent bouncing their agent or their nomad. So what's the play? Oh, I still have a Thought Erasure. That's what we do. That's the play.
Let's try this.
That's the play. This is their last agent. Alright, out of there. Typhoon. Now we're going to need lands if we're going to recover from this. I don't know if Typhoon's good enough, but it is something I can play. And I'm going to have 2 campaigns next turn, potentially. I think I bin this, to be honest. It's a pretty good draw, but it's the wrong draw right now. No, not necessarily. I might need to make a token to Lukka, and I might want to do it without casting a spell. Let's keep. Thank you for your patience while I work my way through these difficult choices. These games are difficult. I think that's part of the frustration in the format. The games are very difficult. It's not like they're frustratingly obnoxious and difficult. It's all of the above. You need an iron will to navigate this format. All right, they attack the Lukka, which is probably a good choice because I still have agents left.
This isn't worth my time.
But they don't know we have a backup, and that's, you know, it's technically their Lukka. Here's the Clarion. Makes total sense. And Birth. All right, they're down to one card. Let's see if they play the Plains. They know about the campaign, so they're going to lose it if they don't, so they do. So what do we want here?
Here we go.
I feel like the play is campaign, Lukka, Steel, Yorion. Yeah. Yeah, that will do. So let's lead with this. We really do want to hit a land drop. Another shark, okay. May as well make it a 1 in case we want to make a second shark, because we're just going to send it away. There's a land. Here's a Lukka.
War is hell.
Give me that.
Evolution provides a tactic.
We do need to get it, make sure it dies at some point. But here's 3 cards, I think. 1. Or, no, actually this isn't their Lukka, that's my Lukka. So just no card draw yet. It may have to wait. Oh, are we down to just... Oh my gosh, we actually know some of our top cards here because we scryed our way that far and exiled cards with Lukka. We're back to cards we know. This is funny. This is funny. You don't see this every day. That is a card I was worried about having to deal with. Let's see what they target. Yep. So if we shuffle it back up, we might draw into another one or an agent. And I'm proud. The thing about making a shark here is Ritual of Soot. All right, so resolve.
Defeat.
I guess I want the 7th land, but I don't need it. All right, let's just do this. I do want to cast the Ritual Soot, so I don't want to make a shark yet, and making a big shark might be a way to close the game. So, and let's give that a shuffle because we know we don't want to draw that much of those things. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So I want to exile their Yorion before they can potentially get it back. They have agents in the graveyard, so I need to gain control of this Elspeth Conquers Death. So that's the plan. Let's attack with the Yorion. And like I said, I don't want my opponent to get this Yorion back in any way. If they drew a Teferi and blinked this, it would be terrible. So I'm going to exile it.
They call me
What a ridiculous game.
because they fear my strength.
Our opponent had the first 3 agent steals. Oh no! I whiffed? I'm out of agents now? I am! Well, hey, did its job, right? They can't get that card back now. They can't get that card back. What they can do is beat me to death with the agent they get back with an ECD. So we're going to have to gain control of this next turn by blinking our own agent. Which is why we use this Ritual Soot. It will blow up their 2 tokens. They have enough white to make 1, and then we block it. We also need a land if we're going to do the pickup agent, replay agent line. Okay. Another good reason to cycle here. There's a land. That part wasn't too hard. Another campaign, which I don't think particularly matters. The opponent has fires, so we're not worried about that. All right. They can make... Yeah, they can still only make one creature, right? White, white. Yeah, they don't have enough to make two. They could have their own shark. And if they have their own shark typhoon, we don't want to attack with the agent. Let's test the waters, so to speak. Attack with this shark. All right, down to 14. Fairy bounce this agent of treachery.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Let's go ahead and play a Scryland, why not? Keep trying to set up awesome draws. Ritual Soot could be useful. Again, the tokens matter, and it's better than a land. So give me that, so I can get my own agent back. Now we could play Kazmina, but I think we take whatever that card is in your hand. They know about the disinformation campaign. I don't expect it to be a great card. Okay. Not sure why they would hold it back. So we could plus this, but there's no point. It just exiles our own library faster. So next turn we can steal a castle, or we can steal their fires, which makes it harder for them to use the castle. And since they have two castles, I think the answer is just the Fires of Invention. Because then they can't play a spell and use their castle. Ooh, Yorion. I've got two campaigns and an agent. That's pretty good. I guess it's better than an agent itself. Big old flying, attacking thing. I forgot that was down there. Not gonna lie. You can go, you can go. I may as well reset you to a higher loyalty, even if I might never use you. Keep the fires.
My crusade isn't over yet.
Alright, two spells. Kazmina seems pretty hype. Ritual of Soot seems pretty bad as long as the shark's around. Disinformation campaign. If we're going to draw, let's at least start there. Oh wait, we're getting two campaigns back. If we're going to draw, let's do it with Kazmina. Because the opponent's going to lose the card in their hand anyway, and we might draw something better.
Join my cause.
Don't think that basic swamp is important. The opponent's going to need to straight up top deck Shasta here.
I will change the world whether Ikoria is ready or not.
That's a big shark. That is a big shark, but now they're going to discard what they got, so could be worse. It's a land. All right. Still 37 cards in my library, but we're both no longer agent decks. We're both awkward Shark Typhoon decks. All right, no attacks. They've got a card in hand. We should probably knock it out first. If we play Saheeli, we get a token. I guess the -7 actually works on this card, right? Interesting. It could be a win con. It really could be.
Prepare to marvel at my masterpiece.
So did you draw another Shark Typhoon? That's what I'm wondering. Thought Erasure. Okay. Land down. Another Remorse. It exiles cards from the graveyard. How many agents are in your graveyard? If there's 2, then it doesn't matter much, but I guess it's better than a random card off the top.
Every day is a new lesson.
Alright, we're going for this ultimate, which says -7. Each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. That's the new plan. I'm going to do that. The other thing I could do is attack with both. The opponent's at 6. They can't attack with the shark later. Ritual of Soot. I hit the opponent for 7. But I think we just sit. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of a creature. So we could have another Yorion and attack the opponent down to 2. If it becomes a copy, does it keep its mana cost? That would be interesting, because we could attack for 9, 10, 11 if that's true. I'll probably try it next turn, because if Ritual of Soot doesn't destroy it because we copied its mana cost, that would be pretty amazing. Alright, the opponent has a card in hand, and they don't have fires in play, so let's see what it is. It's a land. Extinction Event. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's target this artifact. Let's turn it into a copy of this Yorion.
I like to think
Oh no, it's legendary! Rip. Rip. If I had turned it into an agent, it wouldn't have been lethal. Alright, let's Disinformation Campaign. It's a clever play, but it was too clever. Some plays are just too clever, you guys. Alright, plus again. Set up for Lukka lethal.
If I can't use it as a weapon, it's useless.
Opponent gets one more draw step. One more draw step from this pain in the butt deck. Is it a good one? Can we put the monster away? Combat? No attacks. All right. Bang. Good game indeed. Yeah. What? 95. Where did that even come from? There you go. Jeez. Why won't you just die? Another Yorion. His hand's not that great, though. I guess we do get to play either Saheeli or Disinformation Campaign. Probably Campaign, and our turn 2 play might be a Typhoon Cycle. Just to try to draw into the goods. Go get the blue source. We have 8 hand hate cards, not counting campaigns. And it does look like we're in the Lukka mirror for the 3rd consecutive time. No editing on this one so far. Right, land off the top. I might need to get Saheeli down. Just to make sure I have a token on turn 5 in case I am fortunate enough to draw Lukka. Remorse. Okay, we want to play Remorse next turn. No, it's the turn after next turn, right before they would go off. If that's the case, I think playing Campaign this turn is good. Really want to make sure we have the tokens, though. So tough. All right.
Sorry, I'm late.
Here's Teferi.
That's more like it.
Oh, nice. So we can play the Omen and the Remorse. Let's Remorse first so we have information. Archon. What? What? Look at all that land. Okay. And I sort of need a land, but not as badly as I need Lukka. So I think we just put them both to the bottom. Because the odds are we'll draw another one anyway. My campaign's discard side effect looks pretty horrible looking at this hand. Let's see if they keep on top. Should we expect a Lukka? It is kept on top. They can draw it this turn.
Try this.
Maybe it's something they just want to play right now. Omen of the Forge, okay. They are scared of Lukka. They are very scared of Lukka. We draw a Typhoon. I think I'm just slamming my Yorion, quite frankly, to try to draw my own Lukka. Black, black, blue, blue, red, red, red. Guess I'll get more blue. Not the greatest, I know, but we do have to find our key card. Or we need to find some cards to mess with the opponent. Getting their Teferi dead, for example.
Don't worry, I got this.
This has been another pretty icy draw, to be honest. Not what we were really looking for. But fortunately, our opponent's in the same boat, and us blinking an Omen is better than them blinking a red Omen.
Only a matter of time.
But how do we kill their Teferi now?
I know my responsibility.
Oh, I'll craft something special for you.
Rough. The opponent will block this most certainly. So there's nothing to be gained there. I think all we can really do is play a campaign that doesn't have tremendous impact. There's Lukka. If we make it to next turn, things are somewhat real. What if the opponent takes out my Saheeli? I don't think they can, and I guess I could cycle for a Shark. But I can't do that and play the Lukka. I still think I bottom the Saheeli. I don't think they can clear the board and remove the Saheeli. But maybe they can. We'll see. They've prioritized that interaction so far. No fires from either one of us. So far, game being played in a disgusting but semi-fair manner. Okay, main phase, draw a card. Sign of weakness. Definitely sign of weakness. Bounce my Yorion.
This might be a bad idea.
If they go after the Saheeli here, do they have a way to remove this token? If they have another Omen of the Forge, they're kind of doing it.
Time to come up with a new plan.
Oh, they're playing Dread Magistrate. Can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Okay. No problem. That's a fine deal for me. We draw Body Erasure. So it's this, right? And what do we steal? We steal Yorion, right? It's that, or we could steal the land. We do have this Yorion to blink the agent. There's a good chance the Lukka will die, so blinking the agent next turn is pretty important.
Dissenters are welcome to debate.
Let's steal the Yorion.
We can all become stronger.
I suppose I'll keep you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it could be a thing. Long-term source of tokens.
I've got it.
I still want to get this exiled. The opponent can bounce it and punish me, and I'm scared. I'm very scared. They have fires. Okay. Well, that's something I'd like to steal. All right. They cycle. Did they draw something that can help them? No, no. Okay, Heliod's Punishment. That's fine. That is just fine. I can still exile it, right? All right, let's not exile it and not get anything this time. Heliod's Punishment. That's a weirdo. That's a weird choice I didn't expect to see. All right, give me Fires of Invention. All right. So, first spell. Saheeli? We could also just play this on even. Even. Those are gone. Second spell. Well, hold on. Hold up. Sequencing. Attack down the Teferi. Play the Yorion. Blinks. 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 We can't blink the fires, we don't own it.
You won't be so lucky.
Alright, give me the castles.
Always loyal. That is a soldier's duty.
Don't think I need those. Make the opponent discard with campaign, just for the extra evil. And another Triumph. They flooded pretty dramatically, but does anybody feel bad for them, really? Anybody? Sound off in comments if you feel bad. And we are back for the post-match wrap, and I'm just gonna call it there. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted, but no editing of games, no cutting of games in this video. We made the deck. We theory crafted that Hand Hate would be a way to trump the Mirror, or the Lukka Agent Jeskai deck specifically, and we queued up against it 3 freaking times in a row, and we won them. I don't think our opponents always had amazing draws, and quite frankly, if they had amazing draws, we probably wouldn't win. I think the second game, both the first and second game, were in the balance. The Hand Hate did a good job, and the deck also found Lukka and recovered. The game that we won, where our opponent got the first 3 agent triggers and even had 4 agents in the deck versus our 3, I am stunned we won that game, but we found a way. Life finds a way. So if you're looking for something to do until some kind of a banned restricted announcement happens on Monday and probably changes this interaction of Lukka and Agent forever in some way, if you're looking for something to play in the meantime that doesn't completely fold to those decks, you might try a little Lukka Agent tactics yourself with a slightly more evil spin on an already evil deck and evil format. And I hope that you enjoyed watching Jeskai Lukka get handed its own butt, because I enjoyed doing it, not gonna lie. If there's something I like better than winning itself, it's playing a slightly off meta deck to beat the meta deck, even if I'm using some of their own weapons against them, because they happen to be the most powerful in the format. All right. With that in mind, I would like to thank all the cool kids for watching the intro and outro. You know who you are. You're cool. Let no one tell you different. And yeah, thank you to all my patrons. I got done with over 40 Patreon messages on Friday. So I can't believe how much support we've had. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is a bit of a... Don't take this as a rivalry. In no way it's a negative thing. It's just a thing. I'm a competitive person. Maybe you figured that out about me. I do try to compete. And I'm honestly more competitive with my friends than I am with my enemies or nemesi. For some reason, keeping up with my friends, it motivates me. It wakes me up every day. It gets me pumped up in the shower when I'm thinking about the work I'm going to do today. So it is a goal for me, and I mean it in no way to be a disrespectful one, that I have 65.4 thousand subscribers, and Legend VD has 65.7. This is the closest I have been to catching him since we both started our channels with Magic Duels content, and he was the first one to have about 1,000 subs. And when I started my channel, I had about 200 or 300, and it's never been that close since then. He's always crushed me. He's big brother, I'm little brother, and but it's close. It's close, you guys. I'm not saying unsubscribe. If anything, you should subscribe to him. You probably won't regret it, but it's close. I get really hyped about these kind of things. So if any of you would like to like and subscribe and help me achieve the boyhood dream of dethroning Big Brother, I'm probably older than him. This just gets weird. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video, which I will also completely fail to end properly. Goodbye.